Welcome, travelers. Today I'm going to speak a little bit about the four most common weapon mods, which is going to be the Boltcaster, the Pulse Spitter, the Scatter Blaster, as well as the Neutron Cannon. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the max damage output, what you can receive on each mod, and what mod is the best, or what weapon mod is the best to use. But overall, it is just personal preference. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get started. So the first one that I'm going to be speaking about is going to be the Bolt Cutter, which is basically like the AR of the weapon mods. So with each weapon mod you can only have 3 upgrades, and then the damage output potentials and stuff that you're going to search for is going to be max damage is going to be 2%, it's going to be reload time 20, fire rate 15, and then shots per burst is going to be 1.9. The burst cooldown and the clip size is going to be standard at 15 and 8 because those are the only two that you can get. But with damage output you want to search for 2%, which is the highest. Reload is going to be 20 and fire rate is going to be 15, and as you can see here, unfortunately I did not get a complete 100% max, but I got a few that were very close. And as you will see here, with the mods not being in the supercharged slot, the damage potential was on 17,000. With the mods inside the supercharged slot, it is over to 32,000. And then the second one is going to be the Pulse Spitter, which is like an automatic glue goop gun that shoots at a super fire rate. So with this one, the clip size is going to be standard. It's going to be just completely stuck at 12 because 12 is the only number that you can get. But with the damage output you are going to search for 3%, which is the highest. The reload time is going to be 10%, and then the fire rate is going to be 15%. And unfortunately I haven't gotten one that is completely max, but I do have one that is super close. With damage is at 2%, reload at 10%, and then fire rate is at 11%. And then as you can see here, without any mods being in the supercharged slots, it is on 5,700. And then once you added the mods to the slot, it boosts up your weapon to 11,000. The third one is going to be the Scatter Blaster, which I don't think is that common due to it has a super high recoil, but it does a decent amount of damage. So with the Scatter Blaster, the clip size and the shot per burst is going to be a standard on 8 and 1. And then damage you are going to search for 3%, which is the max. Reload time is going to be 25%. Fire rate is going to be 15%, and burst cooldown is going to be 20%. But due to you can only have 4, you can decide on which do you prefer. But as you will see here, I've got a few that as 2% damage, and then 2 that has 3% damage with a burst cooldown of 19. So this one is my most perfect one. Without adding any mods to the supercharged slots, you can see that the damage potential is just over 7,000. And then once we have added the mods to the supercharged slots, the damage is boosted up to 16,000. And then the last but not least, my preferred weapon to use is going to be the Neutron Cannon, which is basically also a semi shotgun which shoots purple projectiles. With the Neutron Cannon, the ion spheres created is going to be standard at 1, and then for the damage you're going to look for 14%, which is the max. Ion sphere spread is going to be 13%, as well as charging speed is going to be 50%. Those are the max for this weapon mod, and as you can see here, this one is my most perfect with a charging speed of 36%, damage on 14%, and ion sphere speed on 12%. Then on the top right, it is on 28,000 without adding anything to the supercharged slots. After adding the 3 mods to the supercharged slots, we come out at 64,000. And there it is, guys. That is the video. Thank you so much for supporting the content. If you do like, please consider dropping a like as well as a subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.